Hello, good evening everybody. So I actually wanted to start, okay, brilliant. I actually wanted to start by gauging who's in the room so that I can see where I should my talking point should be. So I want to ask the question, who has started a business themselves? Okay, okay, everyone. And then who's interested in starting, maybe they're just starting out, they've got an idea, and they want to go for it. Okay, so everyone basically has started a business. Let me just tell you that. So of course the event is Make Your Business Dream a Reality, and I'll be talking about my business, my company, how we started out and how we are where we are right now. Okay, so this is my product. Our range is called Sunmo. So we've got the plantain crisp in 4 delicious flavours, and then we've got the sweet potato puffs. So the next one. So what we stand for at Sunmo. So Sunmo means Nia. It's the idea of bringing people together with food. So in Yoruba, where I'm from, Nigeria, Sunmo, when you want someone to come close to you, you say Sumomi, which means come together with food. So one thing I wanted to make sure that the product was about was bringing people together and giving back. And that's why we are the Snacks that give back. So a percentage of the profits of each packet goes towards feeding an orphan child in Nigeria to begin with, and hopefully ranging this out to other countries as well. So the products are naturally gluten-free, 100% natural ingredients. So literally the plantain is plantain, sunflower oil, that's all. And then of course they're suitable for vegans as well. So we are currently stocked in Tree of Life. So for those in the food industry, that's the #1 UK retailer, wholesaler. So they stock to places like Sainsbury's, Waitrose, Tesco. So when we go into their brochure, we are looking to get stocked in those places as well. We are in Selfridges and we are in Whole Foods Market, and we run the Great Taste Awards for the smoked chilli and naturally sweet this year. It's just a bit of background about us, and of course I was on BBC Radio London, and this was all from March 2019. So, of course, at Sunmo Snacks and #Sunmo Snacks to follow us on social media for today. So I'll go straight into it. So these events are absolutely so beneficial. I remember when I was starting out, I would go to these events and speak to people who were in places where I wanted to be, and they'll give me advice, and I'm like, okay, this is golden, because I didn't know the route to take. So I would take their advice on board and implement it, and this is exactly what I've done to bring my product to where it is right now. So I would say the first step when you have a business idea is to write your idea down. So that might be type it up, of course, write a business plan, really know what it is that you want to do and where you want it to be. So I actually had a mentor who got his product into Sainsbury's, and he said to me, you need to think 5 steps ahead. And at the time I was just about had an idea and a product, and I'm like, what is 5 steps ahead? What do you even mean? To me, I was like, this is beyond. And it really opened my eyes to the fact that even if you don't have the money that you want at the stage that you are at, even if you don't have the team together, you might not have a salesperson, you might not think you can be that salesperson, just put it down. So write it all down. You want to have £500,000 in your company. You want to be in Sainsbury's, Tesco. You want to be international. Write it all down and write it as a plan. That is what your goal is. So yeah, go for it. So definitely do your research. I would say attend networking events, of course, like you are today. Even if I think every networking event I have been to has been beneficial. So they will give you advice that you might need today, you might need in 5 years' time, you might need in 2 months' time. So, take it all down. People might be busy. It's really nerve-wracking at times as well, but it's okay. It's okay. Even if they're like, okay, this is my LinkedIn, follow me, you can see what they're doing and you can learn from that. So networking events, amazing. So do your research, know your industry in and out. For example, we was at the lunch trade show today, and there were some investors there, and people was coming up to our store saying, okay, we can get you in touch with these investors. Of course, I already know them because I've researched the industry. So when it came to speaking to them, I knew what they was about, I knew what they was interested in. So definitely do your research so that when opportunities come, you're prepared. Okay, so definitely count the costs. That's similar to writing your business down. So where you say, okay, I want to be here, you write all the costs down, even if you don't have that much money in your bank account. Definitely count the costs and prepare for it. So that's similarly to create a plan. I'm very, like daily, like this needs to be done, timetabled for the next year. And I would definitely recommend doing that as well. I would liken it to if you're going on a journey and you're driving and you're like, okay, you've got your sat nav and you can just go okay, you know you're going to turn left, you know you're going to turn right. However, if you don't have a plan, you might be driving and you're like, okay, should I go this way, should I go that way? You can have an accident. So definitely timetable your time, plan your journey for the next year at minimum. So create financial forecasts. I've been really beneficial. I studied accounting and finance, so I was able to create things like a 3-year forecast, business plans, balance sheets and things like that. Of course, you can learn how to do these things. Before I studied my degree, it was something that was like, what is the difference between a balance sheet and a profit and loss? Like, come on. But there are online courses. There are online courses that actually teach you how to do this. And yeah, it's really beneficial. That's what actually helped me to get investors on board and then for them to really see where the business was going for them to invest. So next step, I would definitely say speak to successful people in your field. And these I wouldn't say are like step by step, like first you do this, next you do this. But these are, I would say, all encompassing things that I did that I think have been very beneficial. So speak to successful people in your field. Like for example, the mentor that I had, that he told me about, I think 5 steps ahead. He also gave me some other advice about getting investment. And how to speak to buyers in the industry, in the food industry. So yeah, definitely speak to those. And yeah, tell people who will be beneficial to your team. So now I have an amazing head of retail distribution, I've got an amazing co-founder, I've got amazing people in the team, and it all took just me saying, can we go out for a coffee? When I actually met my co-founder, it wasn't really about business, it was more so, let's like exchange information, let's enjoy ourselves, let's have a coffee. And she was like, well, I want to be part of your business, so she put some money in as well, and it was, the rest is history. So yeah, definitely tell people about it. I remember when I was starting out, a lot of people would say, don't tell people about your business idea. Of course, if you want to patent it, you shouldn't. But I would always advise telling people about your business idea. It's not like top secret news where you should be like, oh my gosh, this person's going to steal it. It hardly happens. You've got the vision, so you are probably going to be the only person who can execute it the way it needs to be executed. So yeah, definitely. And finally, execute. This can be very tiring. It can mean sleepless nights at times. It can mean staying up all night, but definitely just go for it. Once you know what you want to do, go for it completely. But yeah, that's my all-encompassing step-by-step plan. Okay, so I would say when it comes to in detail what it is really about when it comes to building a business, you really need to think about building your brand. What do you stand for? So Sunmo Snacks is a purpose-led brand, and that's been something that has resonated with a lot of people that we've spoken to, Selfridges in particular, of course Whole Foods as well. So yeah, you really need to understand what it is that is going to keep your brand going. Sometimes people come and give us feedback and say, your Coca-Colas of the world are looking for a product that's going to bring people together. That's what they're doing in their marketing strategies currently. And it's something that we stand from right from the beginning. So definitely think about what it is that your brand is unique about. What is unique about your brand? Quality ingredients for us. The purpose-led angle that we have is ours as well. So getting early adopters involved. So of course, Instagram marketing, people who are really going to enjoy your product, people who maybe are familiar with it already. Establishing your price point. So what we did at Sunmo Snacks was we actually wanted to target places like Selfridges and Whole Foods to begin with. because that establishes the price point at, we currently sell them for £1.89. So of course, when we go to a Tesco and let's say a Sainsbury's, they already know that that's the price that people are willing to pay. So it's unlikely that they would try and undercut us at that stage. So I would definitely say establish your price point in places where you know you're going to really get a good price, and that's going to help you when you want to go more mainstream with your product as well. So then, of course, market wider, that gives us an opportunity to now approach your Waitrose, your Tesco's, and say to them, okay, people are buying the product, so yeah, people are interested, so you can also be interested. And innovate. I think it's very key to stay innovative in all industries. So we are coming out with the sweet potato puffs range. On top of that, we also have more products that we're doing. We're doing baby Sunmo and little Sunmo. So we're going into a whole range of products for the whole family. Of course, this is where we're starting. So yeah, definitely stay innovative. And once you have a product out, don't just have that product out. In the background, of course, be building other things along the way. So people will be like, okay. Once you're ready to launch it, people will be like, you've got another product there. So that's me. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, and living your purpose.
Fantastic.